Hi, Shane here. You're watching Sam for God, and this is Mark. Check her out.
So hi guys, how are you doing? Seeing as recently I've somehow received quite a lot of new subscribers, I thought it might be time to do the 50 facts about you tag. So I've got a list of 50 facts to tell you about myself, and yeah, let's go! I grew up in 4 different countries: Switzerland, Iran, Austria and England. That means I don't really have a home city or country. Basically, I'm a third culture kid, and if you don't know what that means, just look it up. Because of that, it also means I speak 3 different languages, so that's English, obviously, Iranian/Persian, and French. And I do speak a bit of German as well. I definitely understand German, but I can't speak it that well, so maybe that's 3.5 languages. I've seen my 2 favourite West End shows more than 100 times each. I have a brother called Reza, and he's about 3 years younger than me. You might have seen him in some of my videos before, and if you haven't, here's a picture of us right now. I've never broken a bone in my body, and I hopefully never will. I have a fear of fizzy drinks, like an actual fear. Like if a bit of Coke spills on me or something, I scream. I've survived 2 earthquakes, and they were both in Iran when I was like 12 or 13. Terrifying times they were, not gonna lie, but I'm still alive. I went to an American missionary Christian school for 3 years of my life, despite not being Christian and not really religious either. Side note, it was the weirdest 3 years of my life. I don't have a middle name, but if I could have one, I'd quite like for it to be Esmeralda. I just like that name. Definitely doesn't have anything to do with the fact that I love the character Esmeralda from Hunchback of Notre Dame. No way. My name wasn't actually Samar in the first few days, I believe, that I was born. It was called something else. Ayin, and then I think after a couple of days, or maybe it was less than that, maybe like a day or something, my parents decided that I just didn't suit the name, so they changed it to Samar. I don't know why. I don't know how you can tell from like a tiny baby what name suits them, but apparently I suited Samar more. I don't know. What do you think? I play the piano and the guitar, although I'm definitely better at the piano than I am at the guitar. I can't really cook or bake. It's a very sad fact, so yeah, I'm gonna try and improve that somehow. I love jigsaw puzzles. I pretty much collect them from all the different places I go to and stuff. It's one of my favourite things to do. They do have to be at least 1,000 pieces though, otherwise I find them really boring, so they have to be above that number for me to actually enjoy them, and I don't know, I just love spending time doing them. They're just really fun. I used to pretend that I was best friends with pretty much the whole of S Club 7 when I was younger, when I was a kid basically, and yeah, I used to actually have conversations with them in my head all the time. They were basically my imaginary best friends. That sounds really sad. I did have other friends, like actual friends, but I just loved S Club 7 so much that I wanted to be part of that gang, you know. I wanted to be part of S Club 7. Back when I was still living in Austria/Vienna, the city, I once flew from Vienna to England just for a few days during school term, just so I could see McFly in concert. All my school teachers thought that I'd gone on like an important trip or something. It really wasn't. It was just so I could see McFly, and this was actually in October of 2007, so yeah, one of my favourite McFly concerts as well. Carrying on from the craziness of me, I once travelled from London to Glasgow by train, back and forth, on the same day. So I went to Glasgow in the morning, and I came back to London at night, just so I could see one of my favourite performers in a show that I'd seen loads of times before. And I did the whole thing on my own as well, so I went on this like 6-hour train journey on my own to Glasgow, and I came back again at night. My mum wasn't very happy with me doing this, and I was quite young as well. Oh, not very young, but it was like a few years ago, so yeah. I've never been camping, and I don't think I ever really want to. I mean, insects and stuff. I used to have braces when I was about 13, and I think I had them for about 2.5 years or something. Despite wearing braces for that long, however, my teeth aren't actually completely straight. They were straight for a while, like in the beginning I think they were very straight, but then they gradually moved back to their original positions, which is very annoying, so, stupid genetics. I wasted my life having braces for no reason. I mean, they're still kind of straight. They're okay. They were worse than this before, I guess. I studied Biomedical Sciences at university. Then I did a postgraduate degree in journalism, then I worked in a theatre for a bit, and now I'm just doing little things that I love every day. No logic there, really. I've been on airplanes more times than I can count. And adding on to that, I was less than a year old, probably like 6 months or something, even less maybe, I'm not actually sure of the exact age. But I was definitely less than a year old when I went on a plane for the first time, and it was a plane journey from Geneva in Switzerland, which is where I used to live at the time, where I was born basically, to Vienna in Austria, which is where my grandparents lived and still do. So yeah, it was just so I could go and visit them, I guess. I love colourful things. Most of my t-shirts, as you probably might have noticed yourself, are brightly coloured with like cartoon characters on them, or Disney characters, or just some kind of funny slogan. I just love expressing myself in happy and fun t-shirts. I have a Vinylmation collection I don't think any further explanation is needed on that one. I don't really drink. Up until a few years ago, this would have been a completely true statement. Like, I used to be teetotal, I didn't drink at all. But nowadays, I do enjoy a drink every now and again, just like socially and stuff. But I definitely don't drink. Put it this way, alcohol is by no means a requirement in my life. I can easily be happy without it. I have friends and family pretty much all over the world, which is kind of nice because it means that I know that wherever I go and stuff, I'll probably be close to at least someone that I know somewhere in the world and stuff, and that's quite nice. But it also kind of sucks because I can never have all my favourite people in the same place at the same time, so yeah. I met Christiane Amanpour once. I went to her house with my dad when I was about 15 maybe, or something like that. And this is probably the most random fact on this list. And if you don't know who Christiane Amanpour is, I'd be a bit worried about you, but I will tell you just in case. She's a reporter on CNN, a very famous reporter, presenter type of person. My music taste hasn't really changed since I was a teenager. I still listen to all the boy bands that I loved at the time, the cheesy stuff that I used to like S Club 7 and the Backstreet Boys and all that sort of stuff I still love and listen to on a regular basis. My favourite sport is tennis, and I actually used to play it on a weekly basis up until I was about 17. I'm 24 years old and I still can't drive. FML. I'm incredibly sentimental and I find goodbyes really sad. I also love keeping every little thing that people give me, like my friends or family members. Cards and stuff are some of my favourite things. I just love keeping memories and taking pictures and stuff, and that's why I vlog. I actually cope well with change though, and kind of like it. It's probably because I'm so used to it. I have never lived in the same country or city for more than 8 years. I'm a Leo, and I think I'm a true representation of that star sign. I'm allergic to cats and nuts. I'm scared of pretty much any living thing that's not a human being. Although in recent years I've kind of become more fond of dogs and stuff. Some dogs I can appreciate. But I mean, I love animals. I love looking at animals and stuff. I love horses, I love cows. But just as long as I don't have to touch them, I get a bit scared if they come near me, I don't know why. My name, as in Samar, S-A-M-A-R, means storytelling in Persian. I get told by most people that I'm always a very happy / hyper person. I say words like lol and FML in real life, just for the lols. So basically I use them regularly, but sarcastically. Because I know how stupid they sound, why not just use them and make life more funny? I love books and the smell of books and magazines and posters and just paper in general. I can easily spend a whole day in a bookstore just reading and have the best time. I love theme parks and roller coasters especially, which is weird because I'm actually kind of scared of heights, but roller coasters I absolutely love. They're probably the only kind of rides I actually like going on. I don't swear unless I'm really angry, which doesn't happen often at all, or if I'm really scared, and even in those cases I'd never use like the really big bad swear words. I'd probably just say something like shit. I just don't see the point in using them in everyday life, to be honest. I grew up on Barney the dinosaur. Literally that TV programme is such a massive part of my childhood. I think one of my first ever dreams actually was to meet Barney. And I never did as a child, but hopefully I will when I go to Florida in June this year. I always sleep with a plushie or a soft toy, whatever you want to call them. I just find it weird to not have one of these things to hug when I'm sleeping. Chocolate is my biggest friend and enemy at the same time. Literally, anything you can get in chocolate flavour, I get it in chocolate. Plain milk chocolate's the best though, of course. The first ever YouTuber that I watched and subscribed to was actually Charlie Is So Cool Like, and I found him in the spring of 2007, I believe, and I think he only had about 150 subscribers at the time. Yeah, look at him now. He's making films and everything. My first ever best friend at school was this kid called Antoine, and he was in Switzerland, so obviously he was Swiss. That's why the name sounds French. But yeah, he was this fun, happy boy, and he was always quite protective of me as well at the time. And we just loved playing together all the time, and for some reason we were always together, so everybody knew us as the best friends. And this is like when we were like 3 or 4 or something, so very young. And he remained my best friend until I left Switzerland when I was 8, so I don't know, for about maybe 4 years or something we were best friends. It's funny as well because I actually remember people coming up to me, like other kids at school and stuff, and asking me if we were dating, which sounds ridiculous to me because we were literally like 4 years old, so I was definitely not thinking of him as a boyfriend or anything like that. We were just really good friends, best friends, and best friends at school don't mean that much anyway when you're that young. It's just like someone that you enjoy playing with, so yeah. I recently refound him on Facebook a couple of years ago and we met up and it was just amazing. It was just really interesting and weird at the same time to like see him as an adult because I'd never seen him as an adult. He'd just come to London for like on a holiday thing, so yeah, he still lives in Switzerland. But here's a picture of us actually from when we were young, we were kids, and also from when we met up a couple of years ago. And the last one, let's end it on a weird one. I have never had tea before in my life. I mean, I must have done when I was a baby. Apparently I did. My parents say they used to feed me it. But ever since I remember, ever since I've been able to make choices myself, I've not touched tea. I'm scared of it for some reason. I don't like tea, even though I've not really tried it properly. So yeah, sorry. But that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned some random stupid facts about me. You probably know that I'm a very crazy person now from all the crazy facts that I told you. Or you might just not care at all and be like, why did you just tell me all these things, Sam? In any case, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. Sorry that it was quite long, but obviously 50 facts is quite a lot, and it was difficult for me to come up with all these facts as well, by the way. Also, if you're a friend of mine watching, leave comments down below and let me know if any of the facts that I mentioned in the video were a surprise to you, like you didn't know about. Because doing this, I found it very strange, because like, or even friends and stuff that you know a lot, you never really talk about facts like this with them. You just kind of get to know them on a gradual basis. It's not like you just kind of bombard them with random facts about yourself. So I'd be interested to know if any of my friends watching didn't know some of the stuff that I mentioned here. So yeah. But yeah, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!